that gorgeous hunk is my personal trainer, Dominic DeVito. You've seen him on Oprah. He's a 6th Street black belt. He's got a fabulous book out about our next topic called Fight Back. You can check out his interesting website, or you can go to faithstreams.com and click over to Dominic DeVito. What Dominic taught me is that even though I'm 5'4", I won't tell you how much I weigh, but that little old me, my mind is my best weapon. And he said, your reaction is everything. Turn your panic into reaction. Well, my next guest, sitting over here going, she learned all this stuff the hard way. She spent much of her married life being tormented, taunted, beaten, and then decided to stop all the physical abuse, the psychological abuse, and fight back, literally. Please welcome Kim Rock.
Thank you.
You're sitting over there going, Why did you start all this?
Well, what motivated me to start Fight Like a Girl is I'm a former victim of domestic violence, and I didn't have a plan. I mean, I was scared to death, and I want people to be scared, but be scared with a plan. And the first incident occurred when we were going out to dinner with another couple and friends of ours. And this was the one point where I actually disagreed with him. And I said, you know, I really would like to go to this other restaurant to have something for dinner. And before I knew it, hands came from behind the seat of the car, and they were just around my neck, immediately choking me right away.
What?
And it was very traumatic.
This is your husband.
This is my husband. And, you know, that was the first incident. I'm sorry.
Bless your heart.
And then, you know, it continued to escalate from that point on. The mental abuse, the dinner on the floor. My pants aren't ironed good enough. And I worked 2 jobs, and, you know, I remember one night I was really tired, and I just wanted to go to bed because I worked a lot. And not necessarily wanted to go to bed
2
with...
jobs.
Didn't want to go to bed with him necessarily, but it was the most comfortable place in the house. Yeah. And, you know, he wouldn't let me in the bedroom, and he slammed my arm in the door and broke my arm.
Severely.
The next thing I know, I'm in the hospital, and, you know, I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is insanity. Why am I doing this? And it just continued to get worse. And being in that situation, you're like, oh, well, it's not going to happen again. Well, it did happen again. He did throw me into the car one more time. And after that, I said, I've had enough. And I lied to him, and I told him I had to take classes for my job at the community college for a banking class. When actually what I was doing is I was going and taking karate classes and self-defense classes to build my self-esteem up.
Were you scared that he'd find out?
I was scared. I mean, when I look back on it now and I talk about it, I get really upset. Ooh. And people can't understand how that I still get upset about it after all this time. But it's something, as you know, it doesn't go away. And
you can't believe it's happening to you.
You can't believe it. How did I get here? I mean, how can I be this idiotic?
Yeah.
You know. And then the next thing I said, okay, well, I have to get him out of the house. And so I decided to turn the power off. Definitely turn the cable off. That would do it. Turned the phone off. Turned everything off I could possibly turn off. But the cable probably really did it, to be honest. And then after that, he left because it was a dead of winter. I took occupancy of the house, had the door locks changed. And since then, I really haven't looked back. I've decided to make a change.
And all of us are glad for that. One of the things that I've learned working with, as a former victim of domestic violence, is that you do have to have a plan. And people can go to the website and find out actually the steps that we tell women who are trying to get out of your situation.
Absolutely.
Hide the key, get your Social Security card, all that kind of stuff. But right now, I have to say this, because you told me in the wardrobe, makeup room, he's a cop.
Yes, he is. Slipped through the system, he is.
That's another testament to the fact that this crosses all demographics.
Yes,
can
absolutely.
Be anybody.
Anybody. And it happens everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere.
My blood is starting to boil. Well, Girl Power has found its voice, and Kim, you're leading the charge. I want to see these defense moves that you've got to keep women safe. Check this out.
And now, ladies, I'm going to show you the wall choke, a place where you don't want to be. When he starts choking me, my chin's going to come down on his choke. That helps you so you can have more air and last longer, okay? So when he comes here, this hand comes on the inside, and step 1, 2, 3. And that's the wall choke technique. The next move we're going to show you is called the pancake. I hate this. Is the worst position you could ever get into. If I'm down on the ground like so, and he's got me pinned, and he's got his hand on my head, all his weight is on me. So right from here, I'm going to bring my chin in again. Once again, bring my chin in. I'm going to turn my head, and I'll go like this. Okay, your next break is called talk to the hand. My hand comes up and down. And we're going to do what?
Get away.
Stop it! Leave me alone! Get away from me! Ah! 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 Let's fight like a girl.
Can you do that again? That was in the key of G. Well, you've taught us that this is really about empowerment, self-defense, but a lot of common sense, too.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck are these?
Well, I'm going to show you how you can use items that you have around your house to keep yourself safe. I mean, you can use anything that you have, your car keys for the alarm, and I'm going to demonstrate right now how everyone can do simple things to give them that 3-second window of escape. And the first thing we have here is what I'd like to suggest to everyone is on your nightstand, not necessarily in the metropolitan area, but in the suburbs, have your car keys on your nightstand, which has a panic button. And, you know, if you hear something in the house and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, what is that? You press the panic button and your car will go off outside, okay? And so that's one way you can, like, you let people know, hey, I'm in trouble. The next thing we have is nail polish remover, okay? You're going to put this in a garden spray bottle. Why? Because it sprays a long distance. And it has acetone in it. Acetone is an eye irritant.
Oh,
so not only can you spray your perpetrator, but you can give him manicure at the same time.
I can also give this to my gal pal Dolly Parton, who has the world's longest fingernails. This is a quicker way to, let me guess.
Absolutely. It's not a meat thermometer.
Here's looking at you, Bubba.
This is a receipt spindle, and in your home office, you could keep this by your computer. So not only do you get mad about your bills, but if you get attacked, you get mad about the attacker. You know, stab him, get rid of him, get away, get that 3-second window of escape. And this is my favorite, most of all, is this. These are work boots.
The smell is going to be so strong.
The smell is going to be so strong. It's going to drive away everyone. And you go and you buy these size 14 boots, and you take and you mess them up.
Oh, and you leave them on the front porch.
Leave them on the front porch, so when somebody comes up, they're like, I don't know who those boots belong to, but I don't think I'm going to break in this house today.
It's a size 14.
Size 14.
Yeah.
And the best part is when you get to mess them up, that's a lot of fun. If you really want to keep them away, you know, put a bandana, empty beer can, throw it there. That works even better. And then as far as your home is concerned, you want to have large hanging picture frames on your wall. Okay?
Because?
Why? Because they're easy to take off your wall, and if somebody comes in to attack you, grab it, bam!
Oh,
it goes over their head. Hopefully the
like
frame stays,
fun.
and you know that gives you a 3-second window of escape. So these are things that you can do to keep yourself safe in your own home. It's decorate like a girl, you know, something like that. I think it's great.
And you thought of all these by yourself.
Absolutely.
Just sitting at home. For a list of all these tips, you got to go to our website, faithstreams.com. I love your spirit. Look how tiny. She's smaller than me, if that's possible.
And I have heels on, too.
We're little, but we can do all the things the big girls do.
Exactly.